If you're a landlord and you're renting properties, someone might have just moved out, so you want to get a bit of work done on that property, yeah, you should listen to this. So let's say you've had a property, maybe for what, 10, 15 years, someone's been in there, they've been fantastic tenants, it's been fine. But now they've moved out and you've got to re-rent it to somebody else, someone new, then you need a bit of work done. You want to tart it up, you want to look after that property because basically it's an asset to you. And you get an electrician to come in and say, can you just check the wiring? I need an EICR for the property to be able to rent it out. Yes, you do. But that electrician might turn around and say, it could do with a rewire. That's £5,000. And 9 times out of 10, an electrician will say, yes, it could do with a rewire. They're putting it politely. Basically, it needs a rewire. It's a freaking death trap. Minimum, no, not a fuse board. Not just change a fuse board because it will have the new MCBs and RCBOs. It needs a rewire. The cabling's wrecked. It's a mess. People have been doing DIY for the past 30 years and it's a complete wreck. You just need to get it all sorted. And that's a property worth around, well, minimum, let's say about 100 grand. That's minimum, because they can be up to 330 grand or 350 grand, even sky high, even more. So basically, £5,000 for a rewire is adding value to that property for many reasons. Because then if you rent it out and you get any problems and someone calls you up, the tenant calls you up and says, oh, the sockets don't work in the kitchen, then the electrician that you've called to look at for the EICR to get it passed is going to know straight away, yes, I told you it needed a rewire. Now I've got to chase all the kitchen out whilst people are living there, and that's going to cost you more. But then what if the landlord turns around and goes, I haven't got £5,000, I can't afford to get that done. Then I'm not being funny, but pull the money out of the property, maybe remortgage, get a loan or something, because you're going to add value to that property. Or if you really, really can't afford to get it done, then sell it. Sell that property, because you're going to have to knock £5,000 off, because if people get a report done, they're going to know it needs a rewire. What I'm trying to explain is there's nothing you can do. If a property needs a rewire, it needs a rewire. You can't billy bodge it in, because you're going to get problems in the future. It's like bodging something up on your car. You got a flat tyre, but you're going to put a bit of blue tack over the hole. That tyre's going to keep going down. That blue tack's going to come off. You're going to have to spend a fortune on buying new blue tack all the time, because it's going to come off. So you're going to be spending more money to repair the problem with a lot more hassle than it would just be biting the bullet and getting it done. Or even biting the bullet and selling the property, because if you can't physically afford to get that done, then you're screwed basically. You can't get it done. It's going to cost you a lot more in the long run. You're going to have to pay out in increments, £500 here, £500 there, to get that electrician to go around to rewire a socket, to rewire the boiler, to rewire something minuscule, when you could have just said, right, get it all done, let's get it done, dusted property, it will last me another 10, 20 years. And I think it's getting a lot more common these days. People are buying a property and thinking, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire, I'm just going to rent it out and rent these properties out, just get them, rent them out, get them done. Probably the reason why you've bought that property from an auction, or for such a good price to be able to rent out and become a landlord, is because it needs a bit of work. When you buy a property, maybe from an auction, budget yourself, I don't know, I'd say at least 30 grand to do it up, because no one's going to rent it for a good price if it's a shithole, or no one's going to be happy in that accommodation if things keep going wrong. Maybe the boiler doesn't work, or the roof leaks, or the electrics keep tripping, or it's even dangerous to start with. They're going to sue you. You're going to get sued if you've got a dodgy installation where you haven't even got a report on it. Yeah, it's going to end in tears in the long run. So just bite the bullet, man. Come on, it's not the electrician's fault. This is the end of the day, what I'm trying to say. And although I do recommend getting maybe 3 quotes minimum, get 3 quotes and 3 electricians. If they're all in the ballpark figure, then yeah, meet the people, see what they think, and then see if they can do a good job in your property, because at the end of the day, that's a 100 grand asset. You want to look after it. And if you get one that comes in, or 2 that come in at 5 grand, and 1 that comes in at 2, question it. Don't just think, nice one, this guy can do exactly the same job for 2 grand as what the other guys were going to do for 5. It doesn't work like that at all.